You get a good dose of arse in this one.
Yeah, you certainly do.
Let's start with The Running Man.
Sure.
This is directed by Edgar Wright, the guy who gave us the Cornetto trilogy, of course. Last Night in Soho, Scott Pilgrim, all those
Burst the World.
all those sort of great movies. He's a very reliable director, doesn't let us down. So I was kind of quietly confident about this one. Lived up to my expectations. I really enjoyed it, as everyone is going on about. You know, there's the book version of Running Man, and then there's the 1987 Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man, and the two are not really the same thing. So this movie sort of takes it back to the Stephen King book and hits all the right beats. From memory, I haven't read it since, I was probably in my 20s, but from recollection, this movie is hitting those same beats I remember from the book.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Look, I went and listened to the book.
Yeah.
Or at least the first half of it.
Right.
Because my attention span is only so great. And yeah, it's pretty close. The sidekicks are kind of different. There's none of that. And the guy who kind of helps him out isn't as media savvy.
Okay.
And there's none, but the book doesn't really contain any of the fake news part.
They've kind of had to modernise it for today's world as well. Yeah,
they just the audio doesn't work at this point where he's...
And they haven't time-stamped it because the book is set in 2025.
Yeah.
And the original, the previous movie was, 2017, I think. And so, Edgar Wright has been on the record saying, we're not going to timestamp this because look what happens. You go past that date and it hasn't come to fruition. Yeah,
I was listening to him on another podcast and I think he said the only song that... has a timestamp that it doesn't have to worry about is that Zager and Evans in the year 2525. He goes, if we're still around in 2525, right. Otherwise that song is fine.
Yeah. Look, I really enjoyed this one. I've actually seen quite a lot of criticism about it, which I don't quite understand. And the one main criticism people have had is Glenn Powell not being the right fit for it. I think he is. I really enjoyed him in this. And I'm like, are you expecting Schwarzenegger? Because that was not what the book was. He's an everyday man, and
he's an everyman. I think, I can understand it to a degree only because the problem with Glenn Powell, and it's the problem I've had with Glenn Powell in everything that Glenn Powell has been in, is that he's just too good looking. He is not an everyman. He is a,
I don't think he is like the same kind of good looking that, say, Brad Pitt was in his prime. I think he's much more of an everyday man compared to a lot of the Hollywood stars.
Yeah, Brad Pitt had something else about him. Glenn Powell is a Gap model, good looking.
Well, you get a good dose of arse in this one.
Yeah, you certainly do.